Connecting. Stop streaming. Right, apparently we're online. Does that mean if I go here? Cool. Your audience will see it in a moment. Get ready. Oh boy, how exciting. 8 seconds already in. Right, we're online. How do I share these things? Share on Twitter. Nice. Cool. Hey, hello, Scott. No, all right. Look, Scott. Go do something with your life, please. Like, just. I hate the idea of me taking away your childhood. Just do something with your life. It must just be so boring watching me every single time I do a live stream. All right, bye. All right. Hello. I am Ben, and this is my first live stream in quite a while. Maybe 4 months. Maybe 4 months. Wow. We're in a new year now. It's 2018. Lots has happened. Yeah. This is where I kind of just talk to myself for like a number of time. So yeah, let's get on with that. Ask me questions. Stimulate my brain. Yeah. Cool. I guess I just start talking. What do I start talking about? Start talking about how my day's been. Day was good. My alarm for 5:30 didn't go off. My 6 a.m. one went off instead, so that annoyed me because I lost half an hour of my day. So sad. But yeah, that was good. Got up, did my paper round, did my workout, and then did an hour of work before college. I'm currently doing research on the cultural and historical impacts of social media. It's very interesting. The alt-right are clever people. They are. They're not nice people, but they are clever in their way of how they grew through social media insidiously. It's very interesting. I might talk about it later. Where am I going for uni? I'm going to, hopefully, touch wood, the University for the Creative Arts, which is in Farnham, which is in the countryside. I'm doing the exact same course at the exact same uni with the exact same tutors as Kick the PJ. And I'm not even going to lie, I found out about the course because of that, because he talked about it in a video once, and I was like, that sounds like an interesting course. So, possible future PJ Liguori, I wouldn't complain. I like it. PJ's great. He's a good boy. Yeah, that's where I'm going for uni. Hopefully, I need to get a merit in my diploma to get there, and like that's doable. That's easy. I reckon I can do it. But the thing with my diploma is we have 6 units, and it's pass, merit, distinction. But if you get like 5 distinctions and 1 pass, you'll get a pass. So it's a little bit stressful. You really need to make sure that you're good in all your areas. Otherwise, you can really like fuck up. I got a distinction last year though, which was nice. So hopefully the same happens this year, and then I'm free. I'm free. I leave. I leave home. I go off onto this adventure, and I cannot wait. I've been craving to go to university ever since my friends went in September, and like I've gone up to visit Caitlin and Yen in Manchester, and it's really fun. I'm looking forward to university life. Although Manchester's quite different to the countryside. Manchester's full of people, good nights out, and like stuff to do. The countryside is famously not full of things to do unless you have imagination or, famous 5 friends or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's my plan. And currently what I'm doing at the moment is I am really productive recently. You might have noticed from the fact that there are like significantly more bulletin videos coming out quite regularly. I'm currently working on Canada in 2 minutes. That is going to take a while though, but I've got a good system. I wake up at 5:30 every morning, get out of bed instantly, sit on the corner of my bed, which is like there, and then I sing a little song I wrote. It's like a minute long that gets me like pumped, and then I say, "Shall we begin?" like Daenerys does in the first episode of season 7 of Game of Thrones, where she's like, she finally made it to Westeros. She's around the table in Dragonstone. She goes, "Shall we begin?" Do that, and then I don't touch my phone until I leave the house. Actually, I don't touch my phone in the morning apart from turning off my alarm. Uh, Go and do my paper round. That's like half an hour. So then I get back for like 6:15, and then 6:15. Then I start making breakfast, and I start doing my workout whilst making breakfast, and then I eat my breakfast, then finish my workout, then have a shower, and then by that time it's about 7:30. So I get to have an hour and a half of deep work before I leave to go to college. And then I do college stuff in the morning, and then when the afternoon comes, I do editing and YouTube stuff, and then I stop working at 5 p.m. every day. I don't do any work in the evenings. I just read books, play piano, exercise, go see friends. I am living an incredible life at the moment. It is so blissful. I love life without social media. I quit social media, by the way. That's another thing. That's actually been like, that's been my main thing um, that I've done kind of. Yeah. Actually, wait, I'm on 3 months and 5 days without social media. What insightful pseudonym, first and last name, would you go if you had to pick one? See, I wouldn't have known what pseudonym was had I not read a book that had the word pseudonym yesterday. So thanks for that book. Honestly, whilst reading that book, I did a third of my time on dictionary.com. Really made me feel quite insecure about my intelligence. Would you go by, if you had to pick one, you never know when you'd need one, and it's best to have one handy. See, I'm not going to tell you, because then if I do use that pseudonym, people can watch this back and be like, ah, that was Ben, because he said it in a live stream to 18 fucking people. And a whole 18 people. That's more than average. 18 whole people, and nobody is typing in the chat. So go for it. Type here. That's how you do that. Actually, I'd use the pseudonym Isabel Lynch. That's what I do, Isabel Lynch. And then I'd say some horribly, horribly racist, sexist, misogynistic, anti-Semitic things, and I blame it on you. So yeah, that didn't work out well. Also, I'm not really encouraging people to chat in the chat if I just say I'm going to stage them of hate speech. What do you study at college? I study creative media production. It is a very easy for me course because at least it's been easy for like, it got hard at the end of last year where I was like stressed. Writing into because of the lag, it's like you're writing into the future for us. I don't get that. But anyway, yeah, it got stressful last year during making Five Corners of Existence because I was just quite behind and like stressed. But yeah, other than that, because I did like YouTube for 2 years before I started college, I was already good at editing, filmmaking. I'm a perfect human being, basically. And yeah, so it was like it was quite easy for me to start, and like people, when the teachers were like busy, people would ask me about how do I do these things on Final Cut Pro, and so it made me feel like good self-esteem for creative industry-ness. But yeah, it's all right. I'm getting on with it. Hopefully, get a distinction this year. What I'm hoping for. Very nice. Do you ever fear having your work being judged? Does that ever hinder you putting out a video, etc? And if so, how do you work through it? Love the content. Thank you very much, Mike, man. You are the man. Um, did I ever fear having my work being judged? Yeah, everyone fears that. How did I get through it? Did I ever no? Did that ever hinder you putting out a video? Uh no, I don't think I've ever that's ever stopped me from putting out a video. It might have slightly discouraged me from finishing projects like the song I made in May of 2016. Uh, that's fun actually. Every single live stream I'll play a tiny bit more of that song. That'll be funny. Let's do that. What's it called? Alright. I've been doing YouTube for a year and a half. Tune in next live stream to hear the next line of that song. So by the time I do about 30 live streams, we should finish the song. So that'll be exciting. That's a fun thing we can do every single time. Anyway, yeah, so that kind of discouraged me. But what I've been working on recently is a lot of music. I've written 2 songs, and I've kind of been. Oh, I'm actually going to say this. Kind of working on the idea of an album. Yeah, go from absolutely no songs to start uploading piano videos to try writing an album. It's very classic Ben, trying to do the hardest thing first. That's just something I always do and then always fail at. But yeah, 2 songs at the moment. Working on the third. Have been working on the third for months. Just find it hard to write lyrics when they're hard lyrics. No, working on 2 simultaneously. Yeah, hopefully you'll definitely hear 1 in May because I'm making a documentary on quitting social media. That will be really exciting to make. That'll be good to make documentary on that, and then the end of that is me performing a song I've written. So look forward to that. It should be good, hopefully. And yeah, so fear having your work being judged. That's what we were talking about. Maybe like I used to, but since kind of being in a creative college, it can only help really to upload stuff. I think it's all right. Yeah, I don't think I'm really scared of that. Mainly because I'm comfortable at the moment. Maybe if I'm pitching to people, maybe then I'll be a bit more scared. Or if it's something really new. Who knows? I'm sure I'll feel scared in the future. How long have you been? Okay, let's start. Would you have a gap year? Uh, I'm not having a gap year because I want to get on with. I want to go to university and also I kind of had a gap year sort of thing, in year 12, where January came around and I just gave up on A levels and decided to spend all my time editing, and it was brilliant. That was genuinely one of the best times of my life. It was especially really validating when my teachers stopped going Ben, you need to come to lessons, and instead were looking at courses for me to do instead of A levels about film and stuff, and they were trying to support me, and they were they were asking questions about how it was all going, and they still do when I see them around. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That was a good time. But yeah, so year 12 was kind of like a write-off year. I got 2 U's at AS, went to my exams. But yeah, I probably wouldn't. Although I want YouTube to be my full-time career one day. Please stop unsubscribing. It's not helping at all. So yeah, maybe one day my whole life will be a gap year. The YouTube life. How long have you been making films? I have been making YouTube stuff for 3.5 years. On April the 1st. 3 years and 5 months. Blimey. Oh yeah. If you're a bit of a long time viewer, you'll know that I made a video called 1 year and I made a video called 2 years, kind of talking about my year. This is like the year I had before making that. I finished writing 3 years. I was in the process of filming 3 years. I did quite a lot of animation for 3 years, and then something personal happened, so I had to stop. But that was a thing that. Oh, okay. Yes, Mike Mann. Back to your question. Did you ever fear having your work being judged? Yes, 3 years because of my social circumstances. If I had uploaded 3 years in with the kind of state it was, uh, in the kind of like context it was in, I would have been annihilated. So yes, I did stop that video. That video got cancelled, which was pretty disheartening because I spent like 2 weeks writing it, and like I thought it was actually quite. It was like it was fully storyboarded, and it was like a 10-minute video. In fact, wait, where is it? Look, March to November 2017. Minutes on first export. Where is one? Where is the storyboards? Before then. Yeah, look. Three years storyboard. Look at all this. It was properly like planned and everything. More of it. No, it had 3 acts and everything, and more of it. I think that's all of it. Yeah, so that was. Blimey, 70, 82. No, wait, 84, 88, 80, 88, 80, 93 storyboards I wrote. It was quite an ambitious video, as you can see. So yeah, I stopped making that. It's a bit of a shame, but oh well. Stuff happens in life. I'm alright now, though. Yeah, so that was my thing. Do you have any interest in fiction film? Yeah. Well, like making it or just watching it? I like watching fiction film. Yes, to answer your question. Ever thought about the idea of illusory superiority? Thinking we are better than everyone else. E.g., 1 in 3 people aren't cool. We feel we can't be the one. I think it's pretty crazy. Yeah. This is going to sound so arrogant. Currently in my life, I feel quite good about myself and my whole position in life, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, being productive. I'm on day 118 of working out 2 times a day without fail. So yeah, I'm feeling quite good about my life. So I do feel slightly better, which sounds really bad, but I think in a way it's, as long as it's not like it becomes a complex or something, I'm fine with feeling good about myself, loving myself. I'm fine with that. So I have thought about the idea of it. MLG Mountain Dew _. Have you seen any good mainstream films recently, like Oscar winners, etc.? I watched the My Little Pony movie in cinema. That's a thing I genuinely did and got paid £20 to do. My job is really sick. I work at a after school club in Bristol, where the same after school club that I used to go to, and my boss used to be like a play worker there, and I love my job. It's sick. So like at holiday club, we went to the cinema. I watched the My Little Pony movie. It was like, bearable. There were some okay-ish songs in it. When they started singing though, I was like, oh, fuck no. Please not a My Little Pony film that has singing in it. I want to die. But it was alright. I got paid £9 an hour to do it. So it was all good for me. I slept through Ferdinand when we watched that. I got paid £20 to have a 2-hour nap. So fucking good. And then I watched I watched Early Man by Aardman, big up Bristol. That was cool. I watched Moonlight on Saturday night. Moonlight, okay, controversial statement. Why did it win Best Picture? What? Why did it win that? It wasn't that good. I liked the directing and the camera work there. The acting was good, but story-wise, what happened in Moonlight? Like, it didn't really have much going for its story, which is a bit controversial seeing as it won and it's, you know, got black gay people in it, so you gotta support it. But it wasn't actually that good. So good one, Mikey dear. Sorry to be depressing, but do you feel annoyed with the lack of channel growth? Let's talk about channel growth. I am in a position where I have not gained subscribers in almost 2 years. I'll reiterate that. I have not gained subscribers in nearly 2 years. That is quite depressing because I work harder on YouTube than I do on anything else. It's kind of what I've devoted my life to over the past 3.5 years. I'm known by my friends and friends of friends as the guy that does YouTube. So to only lose, I think we've lost 1,000 now over the past 2 years, like net loss. It's a bit embarrassing, but I tend not to think about it much. When I uploaded Mums on the Net with you and Macintosh, like my most recent video, I thought, finally, I'm making a collab. Hopefully we gain 1. We have an overall gain of 1. Hopefully. Let's go. Let's see what the difference was. 61. So we lost 15 making that video. I mean, 15 isn't the worst amount of loss, but it's not positive. Still losing. If you want to support me, and I hope some of you do, if you enjoy what I make it for free. I earn no money off YouTube and never have. It's something that I do for the passion, but it would be nice to get a bit more recognition for it. If you'd like to support me, just tell like your friends or something about me. That's all I really ask. And don't stop watching, please. But yeah, I don't get depressed about it mainly because I try not to think about it, because unless I went back to self-promoting on like YouTube comments, which I'm not keen on doing because it's like, it's unsustainable. You get it all really quickly, which is what happened. I went from like 5,000 to 10,000 like quickly. That was really exciting though. It's good. I was going like up by 1,000 like every like 4 days. It was really exciting because I was literally just spending my time doing that, and like that's not creating meaning. Making videos that actually like you can watch, something that, you know, is a product for you guys, that's something with meaning and something that can't be made like just typing a YouTube comment, then getting like some fake accounts to like it until it gets pushed to the top, and then it gets like liked by its own, and then it gets seen by people and you get a bigger audience. Anybody can do that. Making videos, you know, that have meaning and take months to make, only you can do that. So I feel my priorities are making instead of growing. As long as I make enough stuff and make enough good stuff, hopefully we'll get there one day. You can help if you want to like tell your friends, or like, you know, if you have any famous friends, let them know about me. It would be sick. Thanks. So yeah, that's my former channel. What lenses do you use? My camera is downstairs, but I use a Canon 50mm f1.8 and a Canon 24 to 105mm f4, and I am quite tempted, to buy a Sigma 20mm f1.4. That would be a fucking sexy lens. I would really, really like one, but they're £600, so maybe one day. Is the tree real? Yes, it's my tree. It's called Walter. It's called Walter after Walter White because when I got it, I was feeling quite depressed about kind of watching all of my friends kind of surpass me in every way, like Walter White does. So yeah, it's called Walter. Its Latin name is Ficus benjamina. It's a ficus tree. It's like 70 years old. So it's an old tree. It got given to Dad by like just a woman who was dying and didn't want it anymore. So that is my tree. It's cool. It's got a scale insect at the moment, so it's like got sticky leaves. But yeah, gives a nice ambient feeling to the room. Cool room. What workout do I do? Let's go get the weights. Ugh. Da, 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 da. Ugh. So, this is tragic and whatever. Am I even in shot? Who knows? So, you can go over that chair. The workout I do is I do 15 bicep curls. These are 10 kilogram dumbbells, and then 5 of these ones where I go like up and then like outwards. I can't do it here because there's a window and a slanted ceiling. Then I do 20 ones where I go like have it there and then go all the way up like that. I can't do it because there's a slanted ceiling. 20 of those, and then 15 tricep curls, and then a 3-minute plank, and then to finish it, come here, chair. And then to finish it, I do, am I going to hit the ceiling? No. I do like that until I fail 3 times, and that usually gets me to like 100, yeah, like on average 95. My best is 103. And I've done that 2 times a day, every day, for the past 118 days. So I've gone not bad body from that. It's nice. I ran a half marathon in December with no training, which was really nice and actually like surprisingly easy. Like before it, the longest I'd ever ran was a 10k, and that was 5 months. No, that was a year before I ran my half marathon. When I ran my half marathon, I hadn't gone on a run in 5 months. I didn't do any training. I just went out, felt particularly alive at that time, went out on a run, didn't stop for 2 hours, ran for 22k, ran a half marathon 13 minutes faster than the average 19-year-old male who can run a half marathon. Yes, with no training. It was really, really fun. Yes. Oh, look, we've got loads of comments. Nice. What was it like tripping on shrooms? Have I become a person that now talks openly about drugs online? Is this a regrettable decision? Probably. Tripping on shrooms was really fun. Yeah, let's talk about that. That makes it interesting. Why not? Don't tell the Wall Street Journal about this. Don't tell your parents. Get your parents' permission before watching Bulletin's live streams. That's the rules. So the shrooms was good. They were actually called truffles because they're like the legal equivalent in Amsterdam. I think we got the second most powerful ones that you could like buy in this shop we went to. And we took me, Caitlin and Matt, the other guy that was with us, took 5 grams, and then Eugenie took 10 grams. He took double us because I'm Eugenie, I'm Russian, I've got a high tolerance, genius. And we kind of just had planned to lie in this park in Amsterdam and just listen to music. So we started with Radiohead's In Rainbows. That was brilliant. that was like lying back on this grass, eyes closed, and you know, okay, this is an obscure reference, but you know the Windows kind of media player from like when I was in primary school, so it would have been like 2007. But like they had some cool animations that kind of like went through like a like you were kind of like the camera was kind of moving through these animations and they were all changing. It was kind of like that. It was fun, really fun. In Rainbows was good. Eugenie making us listen to a 2.5 hour Swans album was horrible. Like really not enjoyable. And like time warps when you're on shrooms, which we didn't know, but I now do. It felt like hours. It was such a long album. The Bluetooth speaker died before the end, and at the end, and I was so exhausted of just. I wanted to do something, you know, like I was kind of tired of just lying down on the grass. I wanted to go into Amsterdam, do something, you know, not just lie on some grass listening to music that I didn't enjoy. Uh, but then they didn't want to, so I kind of just cycled back, got lost whilst still kind of tripping, which was a bit scary, but got back eventually.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
and
once
then
we
once
got
we
back,
once they got
once
back,
they got back,
we had the wise the wise decision of smoking this joint that was like it was the most expensive weed we bought in Amsterdam, so it was quite powerful. And shrooms are meant to last for 6 hours, and we stopped feeling the effects after 4 hours. So we were like, oh, we'll just smoke; it'll be fine. It'll just be like getting high. Um, and it just reignited shrooms to a complete new level, plus this quite powerful grade. Mm. I actually completely fucked up my live stream. Stream is continuing. What? 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 Mm. How do I do this? Are you gonna work? Yes, we're back. Are we back? I apologise for that. My extremely. So what are we doing? Are we back? Please, just work. Just are we back? Is this working? Still, are we back now? Please, please. Can I? Does YouTube stop me from spamming? I can see it. Yay! Oh, thank God. Ah, right. Okay, back. 3 people watching. Hopefully that grows slightly. Hopefully. Um, 41 minutes. 41 minutes. Anyway, there was stuff that I did not reply to. What were we talking about last time? Wow, we did so many messages just then. I can't actually scroll up far enough. I've got was bunning good, was bunning in damn good. Translation for people that aren't cool like me. Bunning means smoking weed, and in damn Amsterdam good means good. Yeah, it was fun. We accidentally smoked skunk on the first night. That was an accident. That was fun. I felt like a very smiley Michelin man, and every time I took a step, the kind of floor lit up like Billie Jean. but then like did a pulse outwards, like a really cool animation. No, that was it. A mixture of the Monopoly Man and the Michelin Man, but like really smiley. So that was fun. Yeah, it was good. I found you from a comment on Dan and Phil vid or something. Yep, I used to self-promote like quite a lot. Like whenever a big YouTuber like uploaded a video, I would literally be at my laptop like self-promotion comments, copy paste, blah, 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 going through like my fake accounts, like, replying to my own comment because I'm fucking sad, like, yeah, that's a sick video. And yes, it worked. I have an audience now. Unsupported resolution for latency configuration. What? Which is not supported for the configuration. What? Why do you hate me? Alright, apparently it says that there's an unsupported resolution for latency configuration. Is everything okay? Are we still working? Is it all good? Can someone tell me if this is still working? Because it says my live stream health is like red. I hate my life. Why doesn't it work? Why is everything so annoying? Bullet dead again. Please tell me it's not. Everything's good. We here. Good. Okay. Cool. It's actually stressful. Why is everything being annoying? Wow, my plants really last more than a couple of years at most. Get them muscles, boy. Rip the visualizer. Yep, the visualizer. RP Stram. RP. Yep. Well, I talking about this one. Da 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 da. This sort of people talking about is it dead, which it was for a little bit because my sister turned off the fucking Wi-Fi. Bullibabes. And now we're back. Thank you for helping me quit Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. How's that going, Emma? I've actually persuaded like quite a number of people to quit social media. Jess has quit social media. My friend Ellie Morgan has quit social media. Flower Georgia on Instagram, if you know her, she's quit social media. She hasn't quit Twitter, but she quit like Instagram and stuff. That was me. I persuade. Good. And yeah. How is life without social media? Is it brilliant? There's no question to that because life without social media is brilliant. I quit everything also. Well done, everyone. How do you live without memes? Surprisingly good. Like, I get my memes from the Internet Explorers, Ewan and Dan's show, which is such a good fucking show. Makes me really jealous of their just capabilities of cool creativeness. But yeah, memes wise, I must have missed out on like loads of good memes. But I don't care. They're not important. Memes aren't okay. Bold statement. Memes aren't important to your happiness. I said it. Go outside. Play. Breathe fresh air. Don't breathe the memes. Yeah. I am never going back to social media. Maybe Facebook when I go to university, but only for my first term, just to like make friends and connect. So I'm like more social. Because the way I do it, where's deep work? Where's my book? I will be back in just a second. This right here, Deep Work by Cal Newport, is my favourite book, and it is a book that has honestly changed my life. It's all about deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. Coined by the author on his popular blog Study Hacks, deep work will make you better at what you do, let you achieve more in less time, and provide the sense of true fulfillment that comes from the mastery of a skill. In short, deep work is like a superpower in our increasingly competitive economy. And yet most people, whether knowledge workers in noisy open-plan offices or creatives struggling to sharpen their vision, have lost the ability to go deep, spending their days instead in a frantic blur of email and social media, not even realising there's a better way. The book is called Deep Work. I'll write it here. Deep Work, Cal Newport. It's brilliant. It is such a good book. But yeah, the way in its quit social media chapter, which is somewhere, work deeply, place forward and quit social media. 1 second, please. Right. So there are two ways of going around kind of like deciding whether or not to use a tool. So the first way, and the way most people use social media, is the any benefit approach. So you're justified in using a network tool, i.e. social media, if you can identify any possible benefit to its use or anything you might possibly miss out on if you don't use it. So if we're talking about Facebook, for example, with that approach, you'll be like, okay, I use Facebook as a source of entertainment. So if I quit it, I won't get that entertainment. There might be a good meme or a good Lad Bible video that doesn't exist because fuck Lad Bible, what the fuck happened there? But yeah, in that approach, you'd be like, I will stay on Facebook because there is a benefit to it. But then the more smart approach to tool selection is the craftsman approach to tool selection. Identify the core factors that determine success and happiness in your professional and personal life. Adopt a tool only if its positive impacts on these factors substantially outweigh its negative impacts. So for me, that would be social media. How does it? The core factors that determine success and happiness in my personal and professional life are working hard on new videos, having a good output, and I'd say like connecting with friends in real life. So those are the core factors of my life. And also, I guess like being successful on YouTube, that's another one. So social media as a tool, its positives in that way is, I guess, I could grow more with an audience because like more people can find me through Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. So that's the positive, and it's also a good way to connect to you guys. But the negatives of it is it's a distraction tool. Like, once you quit social media, you realize how much time you have wasted in your life on social media. I am so much more productive. Not only that, I am so much more happy not on social media. I had awful mental health from like October to November. Beginning of December, 1st of December, the new Ben Day, changed my life pretty much. And on that night, and like also the thing with social media is like you think that you'll miss out on stuff. You don't at all. You think people will miss you. They don't at all. Don't tell anyone you're quitting social media. Like, don't post on social media, I'm quitting social media. It's interesting to see that by quitting it, nobody even realizes you're gone until you tell them, which is interesting. It kind of destroys the perception that people care about what you think and what you say, which is it's fair to have that assumption because like the average Twitter user has 181 followers. That's 181 people that have voluntarily chosen to listen to what you say. So it's fine to have the assumption that people care, but by quitting you realize people don't care about your like trivial things that go on during your day. And the very rare times I go on Twitter just to tweet out that I haven't like that there's a new video, I see like the first 3 tweets in my timeline. I never scroll. I just read those 3 tweets just to see what it's still like. And literally every single time I've been like, wow, what meaningless shit. I'm so glad I don't go on this. So yeah. So quit it. So that's all of the negative impacts on your life by choosing social media. So yeah, craftsman approach to tool selection, that's how you quit social media. And by knowing that your life is better and you're mastering the skill of deep work, which I am progressively getting much better at. Like, deep work is where, when I'm in a state of deep work, I do 2 2-hour slots in the morning, and deep work is no music, just water, just like a cup of tea, and I just do the work. That's all I do. And because of that, I have been way more productive, like crazy productive. I get up at 5:30 every morning to start working because I love working. That's when I'm happiest, is when I'm being productive, and I've mastered that. It's so good. It's so fun. I'm loving it. So yeah, quit social media if you want to have a good life. All right. So yeah, that was that. That was me talking about social media for a long time. So good. I'm definitely much more productive. It's interesting. It's hard sometimes because sometimes there's miscommunication, but I'm so much more productive now. You see, Emma knows it. Holly knows it. But yeah, this whole not on social media thing is pretty good for you lot at least, and for you, Jivanash Sharma. You can do it. Oh, and I also read more. I also read much more. I've gone through quite a number of books. I read. This is actually embarrassing. From I think it was 2 years, maybe longer than that. For 2 years, I almost read one book. The Martian is a very sciencey book. It defeated me. But 2 years, I almost read one book. And then last year, I read 2 books. And then, like, since quitting social media, I've read like five books. Yeah, finished one yesterday. And that's just really good. It's good to read. It helps your education. It expands your mind. And it's a good flow activity. It's fun. But yeah, if I was to recommend any book in the world, I would recommend Deep Work by Cal Newport. It's £7 on Amazon, I think, and I would spend £100 on buying this book. I'm being deadly serious. If I knew what this book, like, if I could look into the future and know that by buying this book, my life would change as much as it has. Actually, fuck that, not 100. I think I'd pay £500. That's the value I have on this book. £500 to know what is in this book. That's the value I place on this book. That's how important it is for me. Yeah. What is your favourite moment out of all of your videos? Mine is when Jess gets hit by that tree branch in the December project. That's a good moment. My favourite moment out of all my videos. Blimey. That's a hard one. I don't know. Whenever I like upload a new video, I kind of like watch certain parts of it like over and over again, just because I like the way I edit videos. For like Mums on the Net with you and Macintosh, it was the intro, which is just it's clean. It's a clean.
No geeks with spreadsheets?
Oh, Mel, you need the power. Tell me about it.
There I was, an ordinary
mom.
Then I slid into my computer chair. With a few clicks on my mouse, I became a mom on the net.
Good morning, Good morning.
So yeah, for me, that's a pretty good moment. Not my favourite moment. I also like my show reel, the one I uploaded in early January that I made for like university interviews. Just because like watching it back. Oh no, wait, I do have a favourite moment out of all my videos. It's the end of the February project. That whole sequence from the 28th of February to the very end of that video, that's my shit. Well, there's the February project. Let's watch that masterpiece that it is. Because, like, it's intense Zelda music. I love Zelda music. It's great Zelda music, which is what I love. And it's, like, cool visuals. And it finishes my biggest project ever. And, like, I really like it. I was very happy when I made it. Thank you for me on my year-long journey, both to the people who have made the Bum projects what they are, and to everyone who has watched and supported them over the past 12 months. I've absolutely loved making them. So thank you. Yeah, if I was to choose any moment in my videos, that last sequence would be my favourite. The main issue I sometimes get is I'm still at school. It's sometimes hard to make plans if I don't have people's numbers. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, I had to... I was not... I was kind of chatting to this girl in like late November, and then I quit social media, and like I was chatting on like Snapchat and Messenger, and then I quit social media, and I was like, oh fuck, I can't talk to her anymore. So I knew she worked in the Waitrose near me, so I like went on one day to see if she was like there with like my phone number in my pocket, like an old school, like it was very old school. She wasn't there, so I went the next day and she was there. And yeah, I did in real life, like passing over a phone number, and yeah, so like I just gave my number out, which was the first time I've ever done that before. That was interesting. Emma, I kept Facebook Messenger. I deleted everything but that. I deleted everything but YouTube. That's my one thing. For me, I got an app that why did that all go? Records the amount of time you use your phone. I went from 5 hours to average to 2 in less than 2 weeks. That's good. Well done, Scott. How do you resist not scrolling when you open apps just to post? I know that if I start scrolling, it'll just feel dirty and like guilty at the end of it. So I just don't. And like, especially when I open up Instagram, Jesus Christ, when I open up Instagram to post that I've made a new video and I see like a selfie of a girl I know, I'm like, geez, like how uninteresting. I'm so glad I don't do this. So I don't even want to scroll really. I've completely changed my mindset on social media. I think it's such a toxic place. It's like the effect social media has had on the culture we now live in is vast. Social media is the new mainstream media. Social media has given birth to the power of the alt-right through websites like 4chan and Reddit, where it's like an echo chamber for white men who are confused to be impressioned by other racists until they have this ideology that's very anti-feminist and racist. And the way that it's so interesting. The way the alt-right have come into power insidiously, and they were never kind of like stopped by the left, which was in power during Obama's presidency. Oh yeah, the alt-right was kind of like given birth to during Obama's presidency, where these confused white men felt like they weren't being given the power and status that they deserved. So that's kind of how that came about. And then what happened? Yeah, and the way that the alt-right kind of like came into power is because they hid their true politics in trolling. Trolling, I mean, not like the little Rick rolling kind of thing, but like trolling in like, you know, harassment of someone or something like that, or like racist views online that they played off as trolling, made their whole politics come off in an ironic and playful way, just as they were portraying their like humor. And that is how that they kind of like snuck in, because all of a sudden it was too late. There was too many of them because they'd all been recruited through 4chan and Reddit, and then this online anonymous force became these public protests in Charlottesville where people didn't even wear masks because it was such a great population now. Like it's a big movement, and it's really interesting. Really enjoying researching about social media and its negative effects on the world. I am such a different, like, I have such a different stance on social media now than I did like 4 months ago. Really interesting. Gonna try quitting. Sounds like it really benefits you. What's your favourite music at the moment? Let me just go on to Spotify. 1 second. What's in my songs? Kind of haven't actually found any new music recently. I was last listening to Bonfire by Knife Party. I really like Sun Kill Moon. Has anybody listened to Sun Kill Moon? Their album Benji? Beautiful. Especially Ben's my friend.
She said I seemed distracted, and that's what was going on with me. I said I can't explain it, it's a middle-aged thing. She said okay, got my hot tub out, and at a festival.
This bit. Okay, so that's what I've been listening to recently, and it's good. Listen to that. I like it. Um, The only books I read last year, were the ones I had to read for school, and now I do it as a hobby. Well done. Well done on you. Pulse up. Hi, Molly Vickers. How's it going? Hope it's going well. By the way, what do you study at uni? You seem to be very passionate about it. I'm not at uni, so that's a redundant question, but I study creative media production at college. I'm in my second year. Currently just started my final major project, which means I'm on my way to the end. Yes! I'm making a documentary about quitting social media, which is why I'm so knowledgeable about its effects on mental health and culture and history and everything. And yeah, so when I make that documentary, that will come out, and hopefully it'll be a nice little piece of media, and I hopefully get a distinction for it. And then I'm going to go and study digital film and screen arts at the University for the Creative Arts in Farnham, in the countryside in Surrey, which is the exact same course at the exact same uni, taught by the exact same tutors that Kick the PJ did. They talk about him at literally every open day I've been to. It's like, okay, we're 20 minutes in, we should probably start talking about PJ now. That usually gets the youth interested, and then they start talking about PJ, it works because I found out about that course from him, and I'm really inspired by him, so that's what I want to do, and I'm really excited. I went to an interview in January, and with my show reel that I uploaded to Bulletin, if you've watched that, you'll know it's quite, I personally think it's quite good. And yeah, the the course leader really liked it, like made the student usher that took me to like the interview sit down and watch it again because she said it was great. And before my fucking show even ended, she showed me the piece of paper she was writing on and said, I probably shouldn't show you this, but I've written down great, excellent, we want this one. So I pretty much had a place at university before my interview even started. It was really good. It made me feel really chuffed about like myself. Have you ever watched Black Mirror? If so, what's your favourite episode? My favourite episode of Black Mirror is Shut Up and Dance, the webcam one, which is just disturbing. And also Hated in the Nation, which is the B episode. I also liked Hang the DJ from the new season, USS Callista, and Black Museum. Those were some good episodes. I liked your Don't Vote Conservative video, Ben. Make more of those. Find something that you are interested in, outside of yourself, in society, that people should care about. Put your talent to it. People will watch and be interested. Enough memes and meaningless stuff. Make things that matter. Love, bye. Thanks, MS. My no social media documentary. That will be something that matters. But enough memes and meaningless stuff. Guys, I'm rebranding. This is now going to be a very serious political commentary channel where I just talk in a monotonous voice. There's no more memes. There's no more creativity. It's just serious business. Next question. True social media just shows you more of what you want. If you support the right, you get more right news. Same for the left. Yeah, it's a echo chamber. It's a feedback loop. You get trapped. And being an outside viewing on social media, I can really see how it completely brainwashes people to think that like the world is a different way. It's really interesting. You have cool curly hair. Thank you, Evan Nguyen. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's cool. And since you didn't delete YouTube, does that mean you still watch YouTube videos a couple hours a day? Watch shows and movies, i.e. Netflix? I had a Netflix free trial just to watch Breaking Bad again. Such a good show. Oh my god, it's the best show. It beats Game of Thrones. I'm also rewatching Game of Thrones at the moment with my dad. But I don't watch YouTube like a couple hours a day. No way. I try and refrain from watching it for anything other than like education or like video essays because they're interesting. I still watch a little bit, but I try not to in the mornings because like I like to read and do work. Yeah. Sounds nice. I live so near Farnham. Oh my god. Emma, maybe I'll see you. Do you remember how to pronounce Kira? I do. Kira. I hope it's Kira. Yes, it's so nice. And the main guy in Shut Up and Dance, Alex Orfer, went to my school. Oh, cool. It has to be Nosedive. Really? Your favourite Black Mirror episode is Nosedive? That's not the best one. So I'm in sixth form doing film studies, and it sucks. We just learn about all the history and stuff. Did you drop out of sixth form or something? I would love to do a more hands-on course. ... Kyra. I did sixth form for 1 year. I did a year of AS levels. I did biology, chemistry, and geography, and I gave up in like January and just focused on making YouTube videos and editing in the library. And then I went to college doing creative media production, which is better suited to me. Film studies, I'm glad I make stuff instead of like just studying stuff. What did you think about the Oscar winners this year? I'm not on social media, so I don't know anything about who won. Who won? Was it Shape of Water? I saw a news article, I think. Oscar winners. I like how it comes up. I type in O and it comes up with Owen Wilson. Wow, that's really funny. Oh, let's talk about the videos I've been uploading to Bulletu recently. I'm going a bit mad. I don't see people ever. Like, really don't see people. I spend the majority of my time in isolation. Not out of choice. I have 5 friends left in Bristol. One has recently got a new boyfriend, so I don't see her much. One lives on the other side of Bristol and works quite a lot. One is at Bristol Uni. I see him sometimes, but nights out with him come to a close quite soon after they've started. And the other 2 are leaving to go to South America next week, so I'm soon to have 3 friends left. And really, I don't see many people. I spend most of my time alone in this room, editing, working, reading, working out, sleeping. So I go a bit mad, which is what the Bulletu videos have kind of been. Like, it's a thing that now exists on the internet forever. That is something that exists now. Oh well. You all accept me for who I am, I hope. Yeah. Also, I rebranded Bulletin and Bulletu, as you might have seen. It's no longer a red background. It's now a pink smoky background, because we're going into a new edgy kind of rebranding at the moment. But yeah, I kind of wanted to change it for a bit. And also, Bulletin icon is no longer a bee. It's now my face. I know. Exciting times. Bulletu is the best. Amazing content and surprisingly original. Scott, you know it. You know it. Molly Vickers. Facebook is bull, but honestly, I don't think I would quit Instagram. I follow artists that I love, but avoid following old school friends and people that post stuff that isn't art related. Yes, but I think you should give it a go of quitting both of them and just focusing on art. Because as much as like getting kind of like inspired is, and as much as getting inspired is, as cool as getting inspired is, like making is cooler, and it's interesting once you quit, because I reckon you might not go back, and you can find art elsewhere. Like you can search for art. That would be cool. That one was weird. What the fuck happened? The nosebleed, blood out of mouth thing gave me nightmares. That was basically I'm quite susceptible to just random nosebleeds. I always have been. My most embarrassing moment ever was because of a nosebleed. I'm sure I'll share that story one day, but I'm not going to share it now because no. But yes, I'm quite susceptible to just random nosebleeds, and I was having one. I'm really good at like just like sniffing to stop it. I don't ever really put like tissue up my nose or like do that. I just sniff until it dries and then goes away. But I sniffed too hard, went back down into my throat. I like coughed it like involuntarily, like, went in all into my mouth, and then I was like, oh, gotta go to the toilet to like spit this out. And then I was like, ooh, moment of inspiration. I could film this and make a disgusting, nightmare enduring video for Bullet 2, and then I edited it really quickly, and yeah, that now exists. But that's what happened there. If you'd like to see more of that, I filmed another one as well. Actually, I'll show you that now. You ready? Masterpiece in the making. Brilliant. Isn't that just something that needed to be filmed? I want to... Wait, what's happening? Yeah, that nosebleed made me feel slightly ill. Oh, wow. Hello, Jack Congrave. 11 from Strange. I want to leave social media for at least 3 months. I'll see how I'm feeling when I get to that point if I want to return. Well, as someone who's on 3 months and 5 days, you probably won't want to return. It was bad. Hello.
Hello, random 21 people who are watching you.
Hello, this is my mom. My mom.
Hi.
You'll come in a bit.
I'll come in a minute, will I?
Yeah.
That's fine.
How are you? How was the gym?
I'm fine.
Good.
Hi.
What's for dinner?
Well, I thought your dad was home, but he's of the number now. He's not, so I'll think about that.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm
You've just come
arrived.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's come this way. I bet people are just talking about you. Let's see. The stream died for a sec there. Nobody said, hey, Bullet Mom.
Hey Scott.
And anybody else? Now's your chance. Say hi to my mum. How's it doing?
Your nosebleed's gross.
Of the video.
Well, I just a bit up just now.
You watched my live stream.
It came up as a notification. So I thought.
Oh, I know. Instead of going and talking to my son, I'll just watch his live stream. Great. That's.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd better check.
Yeah. Miss Ray, Mrs. Burville Holmes.
Ah, yes.
She's not a Ray.
I don't mind being a Ray.
Yo.
Ah.
Hey. It's really slow
Well,
coming in.
Yeah.
Kyra.
Kyra, I remember.
You actually remember?
Yes.
As in you didn't read the message she posted. You actually remember that?
Yes.
Wow, that is special. Well done. No, like, she literally asked it just up there. Are you sure you didn't read it?
But no.
Wow.
No, I can't see any of those things.
What? You can't see the chat?
No.
Can you
Otherwise,
not?
otherwise I might have asked you. I might have joined in.
You can't see the chat. Maybe that's why like 17 people watch it, but like only 5 people ever talk. You can't see the chat.
Well,
It's yours like a really old.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe I'm just, you know.
Oh, wow.
It's not my sort of thing.
Look. It's an infinity loop. Oh, so it's quite laggy. Look. Okay, so we're still talking about that. Oh, this is weird. Ah! Ah! It's horrible. Ugh. Pause. Right. That's what I look like.
That's what you look like.
So what are you doing for dinner? We're doing 400, 500.
Yes, I'm doing nothing much for myself.
Mum does this thing every week where she eats 400 calories one day every week. But you're good. You used to be fat.
I did used to be fat.
Like really, yeah.
Not me. Not
You
me.
used to be fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now she's not. She's
I think I used to be
slim.
overweight.
The Wii Fit called you obese, Mum. The Wii Fit. I remember the Wii Fit calling you obese, and it was funny.
Indeed.
Is anybody saying stuff? It's very hey 2018 in a nutshell. Your mum is the real most valuable player. What's your fave video of Ben's? Your mum.
My fave. What else do I have a look at? I think my fave. I do like Don't Vote Conservative.
Yep.
That's very good. I like bits of most of the month projects.
Yeah, I like all of them.
And I really like you dancing to boy bands.
Yeah, so your favourite video?
I don't know if it's my favourite, but it's what I have watched more recently.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I watched the beginning like 5 seconds ago and I was like, nah, can't really watch this.
No. I quite like that.
It's nice.
Yeah.
The Wii Fit is savage. Wii Fit was actual class. Bowling was the best. Bowling? What a moron. You can't bowl on Wii Fit. Stupid! That's Wii Sports! Scott, you moron! Watching my live streams all the time. Scott watches all my live streams.
Scott's a star.
Wii Fit didn't have bowling. Yeah, Kyra knows.
Yeah, Kyra knows.
I'm assuming Kyra isn't a baby, despite her picture being a baby.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But Wii Sports did have bowling.
It did. Wii Sports Resort also had bowling, and there was a trick. They had a gameplay mode called 100-pin bowling. It was chaos. There's a trick if you grind through your bowling ball and grind it down the bumpers.
Yeah.
It went and it got to the very end into the darkness.
Yeah.
It would hit a switch and it would like cause an earthquake and all 100 pins would fall over.
Really?
And I was once at a party and I tried to prove it for a good half an hour and never got it and nobody believed me. It was so sad. It's a thing. I'll show you.
The only other thing I did on Wii Fit was that what was it? Sort of kung fu-y thing.
You mean the Wii Fit? You got told you were obese and then left the room.
No. There was sort of very vaguely oriental thing.
Yeah, Zen, maybe. Oh, the kung fu one.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember that one. Alright.
Maybe I have to get the Wii Fit out now and teach it a few lessons.
Yeah. Lisa, I have not seen you in 7 years.
You've wasted away.
Yes. So when's dinner when Dad comes in?
No, because I think he's got a meeting, so I will do something for you and your sister, I suppose.
Don't say bread with fish and rice.
It would be, but we haven't got any.
Yes!
Oh, we've only got one bit, so that's no good. So
Make
that is
nice things.
that is my go-to. I'm not eating.
You can lock and suffer too. Breaded fish and rice.
Breaded fish is good. I like breaded fish.
Yeah, breaded fish is alright. It's the plain rice and peas and sweet ones. It's so. As a meal.
I spoil you. That's the trouble. I
makes
spoil
you
you.
laugh.
I spoil you with all these lovely meals that you don't appreciate.
Anyway, so what's it gonna be? Surprise?
Yeah.
Cool. I might wrap this up soon. It's been an hour and 20 minutes of me talking.
Right.
I don't know how I do it. It's quite exhausting. Like, I've gone to this point where I'm just.
That's probably the time.
This is genuinely kind of weird. We're just watching Ben talk to his mum. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, we could no, let's not. No, but I can't see the questions.
Oh.
Which is where we were a minute ago.
I was going to ask, can other people see the questions, but
The people who are
but they can't answer.
No, and the people who can, obviously.
Oh,
I don't know where they're supposed to be.
Look, I know my fave moment in your vids. It was when your dad said nectar of the gods. We ripped him so much last night because he called a bergamot. Bergamot is this bitter, horrible, disgusting orange, and he called it the nectar of the gods. It was horrible.
He made damn fine cake.
They make good cake.
My
And it's like,
my
it's
bergamot and gin cake was pretty damn.
It's nice.
I know.
Mm.
Tomorrow.
And oh, you can't have it today. And yeah, you use it to make Earl Grey. It's horrible, but it makes things. And you call it the nectar of the gods, and it was like basically saying, oh, anything in the world, carbon, nectar of the gods. It was just stupid. I roasted him.
You made your opinion. Very
Alright, someone's asking me genuine life advice and shall I move to New York next year? So much power! Ooh! Yes. I think you should. Yes, do it. My dad says it's the worst thing ever, but also the best thing ever.
What, bergamots or when
I don't know.
When your
New
dad
York?
said
I don't know. Maybe not.
Nah. So presumably everyone else can
pseudonym.
see. They can all see each other's questions too.
Yeah, they can. And then when I say something, it comes up in yellow.
Oh.
Yellow. Bang. Yellow. I'm King Bulletu. Should I study abroad or play it safe and study here? Where abroad, Scott?
And what you want to
What
study?
are you studying? There's more variables to this question than just do I want to get a suntan? Don't be silly.
Anyway, I'm going to leave you all.
Cool. Bye, Mum.
Bye, Mum. Bye, Bully fans.
Well, I look a bit like Stephen Hawking there. Like,
that's not a look you really want to have at
no.
19.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Yep.
Anyone else next time?
Nobody's even saying, but because it hasn't happened yet.
Ah, yes.
Yes, I remember. You're still there. Oh, can I be as fast with these questions? Over in America studying film production. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to go and study, apart from the cost, I'd love to go and study in America. Just because what Hollywood have told me or lied to me about what university life in America is like. Things like frat parties, sororities, fraternities, bad neighbours. McLovin, I hope he's there. Hope he's being good. Yeah, so yeah, I'd like to do that. So yeah, I think you should go for it, Scott. Tailgates. Alright, I'm getting quite tired. But I hope you enjoyed this live stream, and I hope you enjoy being called bullibabes, because what started out as a joke, I've actually coined as the name of my audience. You're all bullibabes to me. I am the bulla boss. I'm the bulla boss. You're my bully babes. If you unsubscribe, you're a bulla bitch. If you subscribe, you're a bulla babe. Let's all get bulla babing together. Sounds good. Alright. A little bit nerdy, but I discovered your channel a month ago and I realised I adore your editing style, man. Thank you, Alexis Knows. It's very kind of you. I spend a very long time editing. Bulla boss, love it. Adios. I'm a bulla boy. No, you're not. You're a bulla babe. You don't have a question. You don't have a say in the matter. There are no gender-specific bulla roles. You get bulla babes, bulla bitches, bulla boss, and that's me. And I'm saying goodbye. So, synonymous being don't bully people. Yeah, lovely to chat. Maybe do this again soon, but probably won't. So, see you next time with another video. Oh, Alexis notes about Final Cut Pro. I now use Premiere. So, I've used Premiere since like November, but all the videos preceding November were Final Cut Pro videos and like After Effects for like some things. But bye! I'm answering too many questions. Goodbye. This is over. It's all ending. 3, 2, 1, now.